In this session, we want to talk about 5 ways to change your mindset, how to become a successful thinker, and we're going to get to those 5 ways towards the end of this video. You know, the minute that you think of starting something like a new venture, a new business, a new opportunity, do you tell yourself that you're definitely going to succeed, or do you constantly worry about the thought that you're going to fail somehow? If your thoughts are the latter kind, that you know you're going to fail, then you definitely need a change of mindset. Sadly, you're sharing the same attitude with a lot of people who don't expect to succeed. And not surprisingly, they really don't. And the reason for this is quite simple. They're gearing themselves up for a battle that's lost even before it's begun. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're saying, I know I can't win. I know I can't succeed. I know this opportunity's not going to work out for me. So from the very beginning, before they've actually put in any effort at all, they've already failed. And as a result, they exert less effort, less work, less passion, because they really don't see anything positive happening down the road as a result of their efforts. You need to believe you can succeed. It's important that you believe not only that you're capable of succeeding, but that you will be a success. By believing this, you are going to find yourself driven by this belief that you'll succeed and that you will get what you hope to achieve. Most of the time, the level of your confidence will determine the level of your productivity. And your self-confidence reveals your belief in yourself and in your capabilities so that when things go wrong, you're not going to easily surrender to defeat. When you believe in yourself, you will always give yourself a chance to make things right because you believe that you can make a difference and that you will win. The way that you react to a situation is largely dependent on how strong your faith is in yourself and in your capabilities. You need to recognize self-defeating thoughts. How do you recognize if you have a fairly negative outlook? Are you one of those people who've gotten used to being the way that you are, and so that you don't recognize how damaging your defeatist attitudes can be? Negativity and pessimism are like migraines. They're difficult to ignore because they constantly nag at you. Sometimes these thoughts can overwhelm you, and they are easy to recognize because they unconsciously manifest themselves in your actions and in your words. And if your actions and your words are often negative, most likely you have a negative attitude and a negative outlook on life. You need to focus on changing your mindset. How are you going to ensure that you have the right mindset for success? How are you going to change your attitude if you've been used to being negative and pessimistic all your life? Well, let me quickly give you 5 ways which can help you change your mindset. Number 1, learn to condition your thoughts toward a vision and a focus. Never lose sight of this vision. Don't be discouraged by problems. Focus on this one thing, this one vision, and begin taking steps toward reaching it. And don't let anything get in your way. Number 2, learn to see problems as mere temporary setbacks and direct your thoughts to solving these problems rather than dwelling on them. Dwelling on the problem over and over and over again and spending a lot of time on it is not going to change anything. It is just going to make you more negative and more pessimistic. Sit down and figure out how to solve the problem. And if there isn't a way to solve it immediately, then move on from it, because you're not going to help yourself by dwelling on it. Number 3, learn to take risks and enjoy them. It's very important that you learn the value of taking risks, of taking that step where you're not sure exactly where your foot's going to land. You don't want to be careless when taking risks. You want to make sure that you've carefully studied your options before you jump into anything. And if you do make a mistake, it's important that you learn to recognize it and that you learn from it. But you have got to take risks or you will never be a success. And you've got to frame your mind to the point where you enjoy taking risks. Number 4, don't blame other people for your mistakes. If you do this, it's a complete waste of time, and it's just bringing out more of this negative ideas and negative energies. It's better to focus on correcting mistakes rather than pointing fingers and playing the blame game. You need to focus on yourself and your success, not what other people do or don't do, or what they've said about you. None of those things are important. Don't blame other people. Just move on. Number 5, recognize your blessings. Have an attitude of gratitude. People who are successful know how to count their blessings, and this attitude helps them get through tough times. You can say to yourself, even though I'm dealing with this issue and this issue and this issue, I have all of these wonderful things that have taken place in my life and people around me and those types of things. Recognize what you've already got and have an attitude that is thankful because of them. You can and will have a mindset of success if you'll simply take these steps to begin moving in that direction.